attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Fowl Original with me, Fowl Original. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's going to be featuring in cinemas in 2019. This is the 11th of December 2018. Welcome to another Fowl Originals news round. I've taken on board a few bits of critique over the that I've been getting from all the places. I've been looking for it. Thank you for joining. Who is this? Who is this? Lethal Boy, what up? So thank you for joining this evening. Now we've got a lot to get through. First of all, of course, I can't start the show without shilling my stuffs. And my stuffs? Well, my stuffs? You talking about my stuffs? Talking about my stuffs. My stuffs. Go to fowloriginal.com. If you go to fowloriginal.com, you will see my big old bird face. You see my big old bird face? You can go ahead and click support the channel. When you click support the channel, it takes you to two options. You can click the donate button to donate via PayPal. You become a Patreon. Click the donate button. I keep saying it, but I will be sorting out my Patreon for the next year, 2019. If you want to do PayPal though, go ahead. $5 and say it with me, everyone. Make this a monthly donation to help support my content on the regs. It's Fowl Originals News Round, Fowl Originals Wrestling, and all the other bits and bobs of stuff that I do on the internet. And if you want to say one-off, then say, I am Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he causes attitudes. And also you can, of course, help by, if you're watching here on Twitch, thank you and welcome to all the new people on Twitch that may or may not be auto-hosting me right now, or may or may not know of me. I'm the guy on the Twitter. Thank you all, people that are watching on the Twitter, if you're watching this on Twitter or Periscope or anything like that. My 8,000 followers on Twitter. I couldn't make the rest of that noise happen. But thank you. And that's like, as you can see, there's lighting up here, there's light and stuff. This is all thanks to support that you guys are going to give me. If you want to go ahead and like thumbs up this video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, the bell icon to be notified of new content. Oh, God. Anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog movie, already controversial. You're going to be in for a treat tonight, Lethal Boy, actually. I got some things that you've not seen before. So, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, I saw the poster for it yesterday. That's the poster. Looks alright, the poster. Until we peel back the layers of what this actually is. So, I'm just going to show you what the internet's been doing to this. So, Sonic the Hedgehog movie coming out in 2019 from the maker of The Fast and the Furious. Now, this is from inverse.com, and it asks us why Sonic the Hedgehog is furry in the new movie poster. So, this is from inverse.com, and the blue blurs never looked like this before. So I just want to quickly briefly show you because, whoops. Oh my god, I hate this so much. This is why you don't find this on fowloriginal.com. Got it. Now you continue without signing up. Yes. Now, obviously, we had Detective Pikachu happening. Watch about 2 months missed watch though. Thank you very much, Lethal Boy. Thank you very much. But you're going for a treat. There's some stuff tonight that you've not seen before, that you will not have seen before, and it's some stuff that we're going to hopefully be doing in 2019. Now, I just want to show you the poster. So this is the motion poster. This is the poster. Yeah, it's loading an ad. I'm not going to give them the riff. Now, here you go. The new teaser shows a blue streak tearing across the screen before Sonic materializes front and center. He's covered in shadows. You can make out his iconic hair, which actually looks like hair now, and those bright red sneakers. He's also glistening with an electric charge similar to Arnold Schwarzenegger when he first transports to the past in Terminator. It's not exactly the Sonic we all know and love. Now, at least that's what the movie's executive producer, Tim Miller, says. And this is how that Sonic would look if he existed in the real world. And Tim Miller has said that he also directed Deadpool, famously was kicked off Deadpool 2, is given Sonic fur was actually the least weirdest option on the table. It would be weird, and it would feel weird like he was running around nude if he was some sort of otter thing. It was always for us fur. We never considered anything different. It's part of what integrates him into the real world and makes him a real creature. So let's get past this. You can skip this ad in. Boom. Alright. skip it. This is not. It's not the video I was looking for. Just refresh the page. Areas. We're gonna get an ad again. We're gonna get an ad again. I think I went past it. So the video's gonna resume in 30 seconds. So Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. Look to the Fortnite think on the left. Look to the Fortnite think on the left. Right. What? Look to the Fortnite on the right. What? What is that? Oh, Fortnite stuff. Oh, here we go. Okay, it's about to be ready. It's about to be ready. So here we go. That's what I want to show you. Come on, video. So here you go. Look, let's make it full screen. Wait long enough. Let's go over here. So look, whoop, whoop, bloop. What's this? Oh, it's Sonic. It's Sonic. From the producer of The Fast and the Furious. That automatically makes me a bit scared and a bit sad, really. And then it's like, oh, a whole new speed of hero, Sonic the Hedgehog. Look at him. And he is furry. Look how furry he is. It's fur all over him. Now, Detective Pikachu, I can understand the fur on Detective Pikachu, but not on Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. This is not, hashtag not my Sonic the Hedgehog. This is not my Sonic the Hedgehog. And I believe it's not a lot of people Sonic the Hedgehog, because thing, not think. Look to the Fortnite thing on the left. But it's weird, yeah. Really, really weird. I don't like it. There are memes everywhere. And let's show you some of the memes. Because you come to this show for the show, but you also obviously come for the memes. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog movie 2019. Let's just do a general Google image search. And, nah. Can I? See, because, like, there's some really good ones, and then there's some terrible ones, like, the blue blur is coming. I wanted to show you some stuff, but I saw some funny stuff on here, which I don't really think I can actually show on a YouTube show, unfortunately. But I think I can't speak to that, that's fine. On the website. Fortnite thing on the website. So yeah, Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's already controversial. So Sonic is now as furry as I am. Right, talking about furries, I'd like to say thank you, and also I'm scared to someone who's messaging me on Twitter at the moment. If you're watching this, awesome, but I'm afraid for my sanity. Thanks, anyway. Also, yeah, I'm confused to this person. I'm very confused. I don't know I don't understand. I mean, if I say the fandom that they're part of, it will automatically know, but I don't understand your fandom. I'm sorry. But you draw really well. On to our next story for the day. Our next story for today, if I'm going to look through my notes, was about the Brexits. And I figured I'd very, very quickly, briefly, as I said, I'm messing with the format every day, but I thought I've got to mention it. So let's just, whoosh, we're stuck. It'll come back round. There we go. No confidence in Theresa May. So you may have heard about Brexit. That's terrible. You may have heard about Brexit today, and that it is not probably happening, and that there was a vote put towards the members of Parliament. And yesterday, backpedaling, and the backpedaling meant that she's not putting the vote to them because she's like, I know that you're not going to vote for it. I don't care. So it's been a lot about Theresa May showing that she is strong and that she has the gumption. Yeah, exactly. This one, very brief though. As we've mentioned on many a show before this, it looks like there's going to be some kind of no confidence vote for Theresa May. She's probably going to be out by the new year. And it's a very lengthy article on the BBC News website, which I'm going to give you just a taste of. which is that is the PM about to face a confidence vote? I know, we've been here before, but senior Eurosceptics are more sure than ever that they have enough support to trigger a vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister. Doesn't mean it's bound to happen, but the last time they said so pretty publicly, and their confidence was a mirage, and the numbers didn't emerge. It became evident to ardent Brexiteers that the communications between each other were not at all genuine, and painfully so. So why now? Since yesterday's delay, the frenzy around here has turned to anger. Pushing the vote on the Brexit compromise back might have been politically logical, but it's driven Tory MPs crazy. And not just the Eurosceptics, one former Remainer who's been loyal to the PM got in touch to say they'd had enough and were putting their letter in, telling me what's happening right now is disgraceful and it's just about saving her skin, which is absolutely right. Another former Remainer has just told me if the Prime Minister doesn't have the courage to bring a vote to the Commons on her deal before Christmas, they will submit a letter to. But of course, at 3 p.m, it's told that the threshold for a contest hadn't been reached yet, and 2.5 hours later, the Prime Minister said she hadn't been told it is. Now, there's only one person who really knows about the numbers, and that's Sir Graham Brady, the chair of the Tory party's 1922 backbench committee. And if there was some kind of movement, he would have already let us know. Now, basically, what it seems as if is that nobody is big enough to get. There is a fracturing in what's happening right now. So it's possible that MPs on our own side are about to provide the Prime Minister with a forced exit. So it seems as if with all of the stuff that's going on, it will be et tu brute, and she will be taken out by, I don't think it will be a Boris Johnson, and I don't know if they're big enough to be able to walk into it, but whoever walks into post-Brexit is going to have some fun on their hands. And she's making sure right now that politically she is not the one to cause that. Because if the vote goes the wrong way, she's gone. So it is all about survival, I think, with anyone who went into that position, and she is trying to survive. Now, that's enough about Theresa May. That's enough about her. Let's move into our third story of the day, which is... It keeps getting stuck. You can see what's happening. Raheem Sterling faces racism in football. Now, I don't really know a lot about football. What I know about football could be written on the back of this Fowl original business card. Yeah, like that's about as much as I know about the game. I know what the game entails. I know that there's feet and there's balls and there's nets. I know that a net's involved. I don't know why a net's involved, but she's involved. And I believe that it was her that was the racist. No, it wasn't her. Raheem Sterling Raheem Sterling is a member of the Chelseas. The member of the Chelseas, Chelsea football. As a City fan, I'll be a fan for him. Is he Chelsea? Is he Chelsea? It happened at Chelsea. Let's go to the story, because I'm wrecking this, because the story that in my mind of what happened is very different to what's going on. So I'm just going to give you the story from this. So there's the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because there's so much more that's happening. Now, this is this is from the mirror.co.uk. Great piece of investigative journalism here. Great piece. First class. And I wanted to talk about this headline, which is Raheem Sterling abuser Colin Wing claimed it's not illegal to be racist after the Paris Metro incident. Mr. Wing has apologised for his action during Chelsea's win over Manchester City at Stamford Bridge. The Chelsea fan who abused Raheem Sterling has previously defended racist behaviour on social media. Colin Wing, 60, was revealed as the supporter who hurled insults at the Manchester City forward during Chelsea's 2-0 win on Sunday. The dad of two insists he did make racist remarks and that he actually shouted "Mank Canute" at the England international. He has since lost his job and his Stamford Bridge season ticket, but a Facebook post from 3 years ago reveals he defended Blues fans who pushed a black man off a metro in Paris before a Champions League match. Mr. Wing wrote, "So it's not illegal to be racist. No one knows if this man was singing the song. No one knows if he even laid a finger on the black man. But the majority here are happy to see him sacked for being on a train. And that's the post on Facebook. Remember, everyone, everything you say and do is recorded by the internet. What a strange country we live in nowadays when the baying mob exercise trial by YouTube to bypasses all sense of justice. Now there's Mr. Colin Wing, and as you can see, Raheem Sterling just laughing about it, and you can see the Mr. Wing is seen yelling at Raheem Sterling, and look at him all. That guy's a little bit confused. They're a bit like, oh my god. But, you know, this guy in particular, circled. In 2015, Solimain Cilia, a French Mauritian, was repeatedly pushed backwards off a carriage by a group of Chelsea supporters amid chants of, we're racist, and that's the way we like it. All of the fans identified were given lifetime bans from Stamford Bridge and later given suspended prison sentences. Mr. Wing apologised for his actions on Monday, saying, I'm deeply ashamed by my own behaviour and I feel really bad. But I didn't call him a black Canute. I called him a mank Canute. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can see there's Solimain Silla pushed off the Paris Metro, and there is Mr. Raheem Sterling. And he says, I've been going to Chelsea for 50 years now, and because of where I sit, I'm picked up on the camera most weeks. If I had a history of saying this sort of thing, I would have been caught by now. Nobody around me said they heard anything. I went to apologise unreservedly to Raheem and hope he can be a better man than I am by accepting it. I offer him an unreserved apology, even if it wasn't racist. It's not right what I said. Even the swearing is bad, but I got carried away. It's completely out of order, but I've lost my job and my season ticket now, so everybody's got what they wanted. So why can't they leave me alone? You can see that the Chelsea and police investigate. There's more. Leo Ferdinand suggests a protest, and the FA released a statement. And this is a statement that I wanted to quickly give you because obviously this story is something which is moving along very, very fast. And he said, and this is from the FA, which says that we take all allegations of discrimination. Oops, as this just constantly. We take all allegations of discrimination extremely seriously and will work with the clubs and the relevant authorities to ensure that this matter is dealt with appropriately, the statement read. Leading Sterling. We strongly condemn all forms of discrimination and encourage all fans and participants who believe that they have been subject to or witness to discriminatory abuse to report it through the appropriate channels, the FA, our county FAs, or our partners, etc. I remember some time ago, who else is there? Dylan Bostic, hello, MXX, and a Reborn Legend, whatever. He does just laugh it off. And exactly, what does he mean? It's not an offence. Exactly, it is an offence. And you respect Sterling for still playing no matter what he said. Exactly. And the fact that he just laughs it off. Part of that, we've heard that he expected this from Chelsea and that he expected this kind of abuse. And that is very, very sad. That is very sad, really, isn't it? Now, if you think that that's very, very sad, Segway City. If you think that's very, very sad, then go to, and you think you're very, very sad, go to fowloriginal.com. Go to fowloriginal.com, you will see my big old bird face. See my big old bird face? You can go ahead and click support the channel. When you click support the channel, it will take you through to two options. There's the donate button, or you become a patron. Click the donate button. It will take you through to a PayPal donation page. Once you get there, you can go ahead and say, give me, I don't know, $5 and make this a monthly donation to help support my content on the reg. That's Fowl Originals News Round, Fowl Original Wrestling, all the other bits and bobs of stuff that I do on the internet. If you want to make it a one-off, let me know, and I will shout you out and be like, I am Clive Wing. Well, you don't have a job, but you can donate to the Fowl Original channel. I like that. Let's take you to our first segment of the day. This is something that you won't have seen before, Lethal Boy, which is a little thing that we like to call Metro Moments. Hello and welcome to Metro Moments here on Fowl Originals News Round. So again, today, the 11th of December, got my copy of the Metro, and I hope you like that, Lethal Boy. You want to see that before this? It is exactly V2. Now I had some other things that I did before, but on this moment, so much more Lethal Boy, so much more. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I mean, like, share, subscribe. Now, obviously, today's big story in the Metro was Theresa May. So that's why I had to talk about it. Actually, on the front of the Metro. Obviously, Lethal Boy. That's what I'm here for. For those of you that can't get the bus, or can't get the train, or, you know, life, come to me for your Metro. Now, there's this picture, which is Model Mums the Word, and it's a bunch of very, very attractive people. Mothers and daughters, mothers and sons, attractive. And it's about being at the Fashion Awards, and you had Cindy Crawford and her daughter, 17, yeah, like just as tall as Cindy Crawford already. She could be a supermodel someday. And of course Kendall Jenner, the cheeky little number, because it's the Metro. Look at her, you can see her cheeks. You can see her cheeks. Some woman told me they always do. They always do. I can have the Metro, love. You gone? You gone? Give it back. It's free. Oh, I need these. For what? Building a house. We also had, of course, so much timetable. Like, it's all about Brexit. It's all about the Brexit. We've got a timetable of turmoil, like what's happened so far from Sunday, Monday. This is the best story that all these rolling news channels love. No backstop deal, and talking about the UK can halt Article 50. The European judges confirm that they can do this, so you can literally just stop all this stupidness with a referendum. Fantastic. And we also had this again on the red carpet. The Queen of Scots stars, Margot Robbie, and I can never pronounce her name. Saoirse Ronan. And we've got police investigate abusive Christmas card as a hate crime. This one, classic Metro story. A charity shop owner who's dedicated his life to supporting the armed forces and veterans after his grandson was killed in Iraq was sent an abusive Christmas card, which police are treating as a hate crime. David Godfrey, 72, received a card saying, hope you're, and it's incorrectly spelled, hope you're not opening this ish hole of a shop next year, because that's all it is. Mr. Godfrey of Cullompton, Devon, set up a charity shop, Operation Braveheart, to support and remember fallen service personnel. Now, as I said before, I'm not a biggest guy on when it comes to the armed forces in the sense of becoming a member of the armed forces, but god damn it, do I respect them. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do stuff like this. So now yeah, well, I was going to talk about Article 13 tomorrow. I touched upon it. And I wanted to do that tomorrow as a bit of a long form one because I missed it on Monday. I wanted to actually make that as a one-off and just talk about Article 13. And I really do want to talk about it because it is a big deal. I've touched upon it, and I've got some time off actually from this week onwards. So you're going to be seeing some really cool content over the next few weeks because I've got time. I've got 2 weeks to do a lot. And I've started getting back into my editing, so that's really, really cool now. As you can see, you'll see some more in a bit. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Ant McPartlin's ex-wife, Lisa Armstrong, has been axed from Britain's Got Talent after a decade working on the ITV show. The 42-year-old role as a makeup artist was deemed untenable. Untenable, according to the Daily Mirror, as Ant returns to hosting duties following conviction for drunk driving and a stint in rehab. One fan on Twitter wrote, "Sorry, like at Lisa A makeup being axed is just bloody ridiculous. Why should she be punished?" Yeah. The reason why they're saying that her position is untenable because, I mean, he is the star of the show and she is a makeup artist, which would mean that she's probably going to have to work with him on a regular basis, and maybe she potentially may be a trigger for his drinking. We don't know, but either way, if it comes down to it, they are they are exec producers on that show. They can make that choice. Now, it also talks about Holly Willoughby having some longer time for a Christmas break because of being in the jungle and stuff. Now, there's also some mention of the British backpacker who went missing in New Zealand. And really, for Metro Moments today, just for one thing, one thing more, which is this, one of my favourite headlines from the Metro of all time. Pixie's got a lot of love planned for her big day. Like that. Pixie lot and her wedding coming up. And also, no mixed message as girls tell trolls to bore off. Little Mix lashed at trolls who branded them prostitutes over their raunchy outfits, telling their haters to shut up. And the singers, who often face criticism for their outfit choices, vowed they will continue to celebrate their bodies, whatever their size. The girl group, all dressed in gold, closed Sunday's Jingle Bell Ball with a six-song set, including hits "Woman Like Me" and "Shout Out to My Ex." But it was their blast at critics that caught the headlines. Jessie Nelson, 27, said, "If you have nothing nice to say, bore off, because we embrace every single bit of our bodies. That's what being a woman is about. Being confident. We don't care for negative Nancy's." That is offensive. Bandmate Perry Edwards then chirped in, "If it's our choice, it shouldn't be a question. We say, I just shut up." The comments came as Strictly Come Dancing fans poked fun at the girls after their stint on the BBC One show on Sunday. One joked, "Wow, hashtag Little Mix wearing actual clothes for a change." Another wrote, "Never recognise them with their clothes on." Now, I think, they should take that little bit of criticism and understand that, not just that, but negative Nancy, shut up. I'm triggered. And also, that's really, it's a really weird thing for Lil Wayne to say, negative Nancy's. Like, why would you say that? There are many connotations to that word that you probably don't guys really understand, but it's not a good one. How many people out there are going to be like, what, do we have to be positive Nancy? And finally, our final story from the Metro before we look at wrapping up is a driver stopped with £800,000 of yellow brick cocaine in his car. A driver was caught with 24 yellow bricks of cocaine in the boot of his car after being pulled over for a routine stop and search. William Dunford, 24, made no attempt to conceal the bricks weighing £57 and worth £800,000 as he drove through East London. He was caught when officers from Scotland Yard's Violent Crime Task Force on patrol in 2 unmarked cars stopped him. Dunford, pictured, I'll show you in a second, of Islington, North London, was jailed for 12 years after admitting possession of a Class A drug with intent to supply at Snaresbrook Crown Court. Inspector Peter Moxham said the case shows how effective stop and search tactics can be, adding, "I would like this to act as a warning to think if anyone thinks they can get away with drug dealing." And this is what I mean, Favourite stuff of all time, What am I of all time? Look at him, You'd stop him, wouldn't you? Oh, he's a little bit blurred there. You'd stop him. Look, Look at all that. Look at the. There's my hand. Look at all the. There it is. Look at all the cocaine, Look, you could just. There's cameras over here, isn't it? Oh, we got it. We'll figure this out at some point. But anyway, that's Metro Moments for today. And so let's take you through to our next segment for the evening, which is, of course, Twitter time. And welcome to. I'm a little bit early there. I'm a little bit early, and I've still got some big off. Totally forgot. And welcome to Twitter time with me, Fowl Original, talking about what's happening on Twitter. So, first of all, let's take you to the Twitter moments very, very quickly. And these are the Twitter moments from today. And it kind of continues on with some of the stuff that we've got going on. It's very new. Lethal Boy, missing out. I've been messing about the internet. You won't see one of the segments tonight. We haven't got time. But Twitter time tonight is this. We've got this. We've got this. We've got this. We've also got this. So Twitter time today in the moments, we've got Post Malone's second round of Crocs sold out in less than 10 minutes. Great. At least four, and this is a new, at least four dead and several injured in shooting incident in eastern France at a Christmas market in the city of Strasbourg. Gunshots were heard. Of course, people putting their own spin on the site, the Hedgehog movie. Why I saved it for Twitter time, but the new motion poster, there's one. There's a oh no. So that's look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. That's amazing. Yeah, that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And just that. Just that. I was gonna put that as the image originally, but I ran out of time. Also, on Twitter time, we've got Kathy Lee Gifford leaving the Today Show after 11 years. A flushed wedding anniversary ring reunited with the owner 9 years later. And the biggest story, Corbyn accuses May of demeaning her office. During an emergency debate on Theresa May's cancelled Brexit vote, the Labour leader said that he would vote for a call of no confidence. And like the story which I wanted to end with from Twitter time was the Time Person of the Year 2018. This year, the theme is Guardians, and it's people for taking risks in pursuit of greater truths, for speaking up and speaking out. And the person of the year is Jamal Khashoggi. I mean, the person of the year is all these people, but most prominently, that person is Jamal Khashoggi. And the one thing that probably has to have come from this, hello there, we retweet and like. Help a brother out, retweet and like me. Very big. Well, obviously, we've covered the Khashoggi stuff a lot, and that really also bled into what we were doing with wrestling. It's a very big deal, and I feel like this is again one of those ways that the American journalistic kind of circles are dealing with the death of Jamal Khashoggi and what that means for. Yes, but he's a guardian of the galaxy, and that's quite a dangerous job. But these are guardians of potentially Saudi Arabia, which I mean, I think we know which is more dangerous. And also, for those of you that don't watch Legends of Tomorrow, totally watch Legends of Tomorrow. The last episode had an amazing riff on Guardians of the Galaxy. Loved it. It was really fun. And that is all for Twitter time today. We might actually have time to slip in one last quick segment. Where are we? Yeah, I got time. Got time for one last quick segment, which is, of course, in other news. Boom! And welcome to another news. So, in other news, here with me, Fowl Original. This in other news, I'll give you some quick fires that I actually pulled up today. And I think this one is a good one. Yeah, actually, let's just pull you in these ones because these are the ones that I've got, which I feel will probably work best. So, quick fire in other news. And our quick fire in other news. I know this is a quick fire. I do want to talk about it more, but I feel like it has to be a quick fire. So, Pal Talk chat room user Leon Jenkins killed himself online. Now, it's not one of my funny stories, but it shows about a man, Leon Jenkins, a 43-year-old builder who was found hanged at his flat in Cardiff in June. And the hearing at Pontypridd Rhondda Canyon Path told he had been active on the Pal Talk online chat forums at the time he died. There was no evidence of goading him online. There were concerns that Pal Talk was an unhelpful website following the deaths of 2 other British men who were known to have used it. And she added, I haven't seen anything to make me believe he was being encouraged. He'd become withdrawn. And apparently when police broke into his home after being contacted by an online administrator. Um, the officers were met with foreign accents coming from a computer, asking if what they could see was real. One voice replied, "Oh my God, it was real." And the coroner's court was told a live online streaming camera was found and disconnected as officers attempted to resuscitate Mr. Jenkins. Also showed that his last outgoing call was made to a woman from Tennessee who had been his girlfriend, despite the pair never meeting in person. And Miss Knight, the person he called, said he did live life in reality, but he did live part of that online and spent quite a lot of time online. And one of the individuals he spoke to said that Mr. Jenkins was a bit eccentric. He had a history of mental health issues and required intervention in the past, been withdrawn. And recording a conclusion of suicide, the coroner Rachel Knight said, "It was clear that Mr. Jenkins had a network of friends around the world online who were concerned for him." She said, "It was more likely than not that he intended to end his life." Now, and it says if you know someone or you know someone who's feeling emotionally distressed, please seek help. Please, it's one of those things that really, really does help, and it can. And a lot of people kind of poo-poo it, but it does help. Also, in other news, broadband customers to get automatic compensation. New guidelines put in by the government when it comes to a new deal between Openreach and 5 of the UK's internet service providers. There will be £8 a day following that new agreement. It will apply when the fault takes longer than 2 days to fix. If an engineer does not arrive on schedule or cancels, compensation will be £25, and there'll also be £5 a day offered for new services not starting on time. That's a big one. That one is a very big one. Now, BT, Sky, TalkTalk, Virgin Media, and Zen have all agreed to the plan. It's not compulsory for the industry. PlusNet and EE have suggested they would sign up. Now, this is after details of voluntary automatic compensation, which set a payout rate. And it said that it will allow a 15-month implementation period for the new system, meaning it will be ready for early 2019. That was back in November 2017. And it said it would even pay compensation even when others prevented it from accessing its network. For example, if a vehicle is parked in front of a cabinet, or if it is unable to access a pole on private land. But it would not pay in the event of measures beyond reasonable control, such as flooding. And some of the ISPs who signed up may still be obliged to pay in those cases. And it says that Openreach will not pay out in force majeure act of God, but it noted that most faults are fixed within 2 days, meaning that compensation should not apply, and home and small business, medium business customers will be eligible, and we're fully supported Ofcom's voluntary code, and we're pleased about this arrangement. Very interesting news. I mean, starting new services, that will be a big one, very big one. And also, in other news, Putin's Stasi spy ID pass found in Germany. There he is. Look at those lips. If those lips could speak. Those lips could talk. A Stasi ID pad, this was when he was 33, was used by Vladimir Putin when he was a Soviet spy in former East Germany, and it's been found in the Stasi secret police archive in Dresden. He's expressed pride in his record as a communist KGB officer in Dresden in the 80s, and it was found during research into close cooperation between the KGB and the Stasi. Mr. Putin, then a KGB major, got it in 85, got him into Stasi facilities, but he may not have spied for them. In a statement on Tuesday, the Stasi Records Agency said Mr. Putin received the pass so he could carry out his KGB work in cooperation with the Stasi. Stasi was actually the nickname for the East German Ministry of State Security agents. It was notorious for its meticulous surveillance of ordinary citizens, many of whom were pressed into spying on each other. Obviously, that being the Russian side of the wall, when the Berlin Wall existed. Mr. Putin, born in Leningrad, was posted to East Germany in 85, aged 33. His 2 daughters were born during that posting. He is now 66, and he looks damn good for 66. He was a KGB officer in Dresden up to and including December 1989, and his Stasi pass was renewed every 3 months, as shown by the stamps. It's not clear why he left the pass in the Stasi files in Dresden. He witnessed protesters occupying the Stasi headquarters, while communist security forces came close to opening fire on them on the 5th of December. And that's when 5th of December 89, and of course the Berlin Wall had already been breached. And in 89 he was awarded a bronze medal by the communist East Germans, and he became a lieutenant colonel. And he said that his work in the KGB involved illegal intelligence gathering, but that the KGB spies are people with special qualities, special convictions, special type of character. And a once top secret agreement between the KGB and Stasi, seen by the BBC, shows that the KGB had 30 liaison officers in East Germany who worked directly alongside the Stasi. Now, Mr. Putin's old Stasi card, and they kind of shrugged it off, saying the KGB and the Stasi were partner intelligence agencies, so you probably can't rule out an exchange of such ID cards. Finally, in other news, this bickering. President Donald Trump and Democratic leaders Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi clash over border wall funding in a feisty Oval Office meeting. So let's just quickly show you a little bit of this, because it was hilarious. Watch my vid. Hello there, Bob Ross's Bay. Bob Ross's Bay, thank you for joining us on Twitch, and I will check out your video. Actually, where are you, Bob Ross's Bay? Maybe we can pop it up here.
One thing I think we can agree on is we shouldn't shut down the government over a dispute. And you want to shut it down. You keep talking about it.
The last time, Chuck, you shut it down.
No.
And then you opened
20
it up very
times.
quickly. And
20
I don't
times.
want to do what you did.
20 times you
Chuck,
have called for, I will shut down the government if I don't get my wool. None of us have said.
you want to know something?
You've said
okay,
it.
you want to put that on
You've
my...
said it.
I'll take it.
Okay, good.
You know what I'll say? Yes. If we don't get what we want, one way or the other, whether it's through you, through a military, through anything you want to call, I will shut down the government.
Okay,
absolutely.
fair enough.
And
We
I am
disagree.
proud, and I'll
We
tell you what.
What? You'll shut down the... Oh, crap. No. I'm coming back. Wait a second. I'm on the wrong thing. You have to see that again. What the... Sorry about that. I'm still getting used to this, the new transitions, but he's going to shut down the government. It's going to shut down the government. What? Let's just go back to that. Let's just quickly go back to that, because it's going to shut down. Look at the face here. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Agree.
I am proud to shut down the government for border security, Chuck, because the people of this country don't want criminals and people that have lots of problems and drugs pouring into our country. So I will take the mantle. I will be the one to shut it down. I'm not going to blame you for it. The last time you shut it down, it didn't work. I will take the mantle of shutting down. And I'm going to shut it down for border security.
But we believe you shouldn't shut it down.
Thank you very much, everybody.
I mean, that is absolutely amazing. Thanks very much, Lethal Boy. We'll see you soon. I've got to go as well. And Bob Ross's Bay, as I said, thank you. Bob Ross's Bay. Thank you very much, Johnny. And I will check out your vid. Bob Ross is Bay. I'm sure your name is not Bob Ross. If it is, then that's great. Now, that is everything for tonight. Thank you very much for joining. Today's top stories were Sonic the Hedgehog movie, already controversial. No confidence in Theresa May. And Raheem Sterling faces racism in football. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I normally end this show with a way to basically, it just seems that it gets me copyright struck on YouTube. I apologize about that if you're watching me on YouTube, but let's give you one more way to cry myself to sleep at night. We'll be back tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. again for another Fowl Originals News Round. I will be talking about Article 13 at some point. I may have to make that into a special and just do that. Also, over the next few weeks, you're going to be getting a lot more of me, because I'm going to be figuring out some ways to get this working a little bit better. But again, if you like what you saw tonight, then go ahead and thumbs up the video, subscribe. That's if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Periscope, do it in hearts. And also share this. If you're watching on Twitch, then follow, subscribe, host me. Do these things. These are the things that I think. And also join me in the chat. But what we will do to try and get ourselves copyright struck tonight is this. every time, is going to be, if I can find it, it must be this one. See if I can make sure I got the sound off. These are things that you don't understand. There's a lot of technical stuff that goes into this show. Pop my headphones in so I can monitor them like a badass. And find it. I don't think I'll have enough to talk about that one. Right. It might be this. No, it's not that one. Wait. There it is. There it is. All right. I'm probably going to get copyright struck on one of these. So might as well get copyright struck on a show that I like. So this is the other Sonic the Hedgehog series. Again, yeah. Another show which you have to understand that I was a child for a long time, and I still am. But this is the other Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a good Sonic the Hedgehog as well. I used to like this when I was a kid. Yeah, again. But if you like what you see, you can go to fowloriginal.com to help support the channel. And when you get there, you can go ahead and click the support button, and that will help to give me some monies to help go towards the channel. Now, thank you everyone for joining. This has been a Fowl Original. Thanks for watching. See you next time. If you like Sonic the Hedgehog, you'll love this show. You should check it out. I don't know where it is, but it's a great show. I'm watching it off YouTube right now. Join you tomorrow for 10:30 again. And if you're involved in the Twitters, thank you very much for helping me to reach over 8,000 followers on Twitter. Oh, I'm so thankful to you guys. Thank you so freaking much. This has been Fowl Original. Thanks for watching. See you next time.